Okay, so this is a fingerless glove. It's just a straight piece of work, and we've got a hole in it here for your thumb to come through, and that fits nicely on your hand, and your fingers come out of the top of here. So this is the one that we're making today. I'm going to show you how we get started at the bottom here. I'm going to make a chain length to start with here, and it's going to have 37 chain on it. There's your slip knot to start with, and we're going to do 37 chain. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to come back in a second, and I've done the chain length. Right, so I've done my chain length now, and I'm going to make it into a round, and I'm going to do that by hooking into the beginning of the chain length. I'm going to hook in here at the beginning, put that loop on my hook, I'm going to yarn over and pull it through both of those loops on the hook there, like that, and that makes that into a circle now. And I'm going to go round to make my first set of bridges around this circle. I'm going to do chain of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to miss 2 chains, and I'm going to go into the next one. So it's a bit tricky this first round, but pull it tight as you go. You can see I've done one little bridge there, so we're going to do some more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Miss 2 chain and go into the next one. Pull it tight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Miss 2, go into the next one. And this should work out if you've got 37 chain to begin with. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need 12 loops all the way around. 12 bridges. Pull it tight. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you've never worked into your foundation chain before, it's a good idea to practice it first, because it's the hardest part of doing 2-stitch crochet is actually hooking into your foundation chain. 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we'll count these. I think you'll find that this little bit here makes the last bridge, but we will count them and see if there's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so this one wants to go into the top of this next one here. Okay, and that should make the right amount there for going round and round. Under that bridge, yarn over, pull it through 2, and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go under the next bridge here. You can see now there's two bridges forming in this next row here, and go all the way around. Okay, so I've gone all the way around under this one, and you keep going round and round like that all the way. You don't have to worry about starting a new row. However, we can see where we start, and that's because it's where this tail end is here. So we know where the end of the row basically is when we're doing the rounds. And the other thing you might like to do at this stage is to turn your work inside out. I find it easier if this is round the other way, so we're actually working round here. Okay, so I've done 10 rounds. That's counting the foundation row as well, and I'll show you how we can count. This is the starting place here, and we can count diagonally along here. So this is the foundation row. That's the starting tail end there. So we can count here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that gives us in a diagonal fashion, you can count those. Bridges there. And to do that, we need to do 3 chain instead of the 4 chain that we've been doing. So we're going to count 3, 1, 2, 3, and then go into the next, under the next bridge. 1, 2, 3, and under the next bridge. And you go all the way around like that, so that it actually brings it in slightly at this point. And we're going to go around twice until we get back to the beginning here. It's at the beginning of this diagonal row here, so that's the first stitch there. So I'm going to go all the way round. 1, 2, 3, under. And this doesn't take very long to get all the way round. 1, 2, 3, under. 1, 2, 3. And this, when I say under, of course, is the slip stitch. So we're coming up to it now. Coming up to it now here. So if you just look diagonally up here, this is where this is where the first loop of this row or this round started. So we're going to do another 3. 1, 2, 3, and here. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got one more to do, and that's your. This one is your 3. You can see it's a bit smaller. So we've got one more to do. 2, 3. So what I'm going to do now is to actually make a second round. So you're going to go around this again, and then I'm going to join on another colour, so that we can start doing a different colour for the top of the glove. And I'm going to do that now. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of this in another colour. I'm going to change it on to blue. So I'm going to cut this yarn off about here, after doing 2 rows with just 3 chain and slip stitch. And then I'm going to join this next colour, the blue, with a reef knot. So you do an overhand knot, left over right and under, and then you go right over left and under, right over left and under, left over right and under. So now we're going to go back to doing 4 chain and slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and bring that through, and we need for that to go through onto the other side. So let's just push it through to the back. That's better. And then we carry on with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's quite a nice, neat start to this bit. Off we go again. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. And there's your bridges for your next part of your glove, for the top part of your glove. Okay. So I'll come back in a bit and show you how that's getting on. Okay, so you can make your gloves as long as you want them. Here's one that I made earlier, and we can just see where the thumb hole is going to be here at the side. And I've measured this up against this one, and that's about the sort of length that I want for this glove. You can make the wrist parts a little bit longer if you want, but I've done the blue here. You can see here where it brings it in a little bit by doing the bridges just with the 3 chain, and then we've come again with doing 4 chain here. So what we're going to do now then, just put that one out of the way, we're going to do the thumb hole, and to do that we're going to make 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to miss a bridge out. So this one we're not going to go into that one as we normally would. We're going to go into the next one. So we're going to go into there, put it through both, and you've got like a big hole here. That's your thumb hole here. Okay, so off we go again. Lost that stitch there, but carefully pick that up, and we're going to go around again with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see the thumb hole there. Okay, so I'm going to go around again, and this time 2, 3, 4. We can go round and round as many times as we want, just to do this part of the glove that comes after your thumb and up your fingers here. Okay, so we'll do that now. Right, I've finished it off with 2 rows at the top here of the pink again, and I've just done them with 3. Each bridge I've done with 3 chain and slip stitch, just to bring it in a bit at the top there. And there's the hole here at the side for the thumb hole, and that's your fingerless glove there. Okay, so finish off. I'm just going to come round to where we started here, and what I like to do is to finish this off by weaving the ends in, and it's going to be weaved into this area here, there. So I'm going to do a chain just along, if I can, just hook into this chain at the top there. Hook into there, bring it through both loops, and then chain 1 and cut this off. Pull this through, and that's ready there to thread with a needle and just weave it into that bit there, and that finishes off that quite nicely there. And so that's the one glove for your fingerless glove, and I shall just do one to match up with that to make a pair of fingerless gloves. Let's see how that looks on my hand. Put it on. Usually this one size fits all because it is quite forgiving, and that's your fingerless glove there, which is quite nice. Okay, and you can do this with any yarn. I've got some different ones done with mohair, which look very nice. We saw this one earlier, which is done with variegated yarn. Here is a pair that I made with mohair. This is Collinet yarns, and it's hand-dyed yarn, so it's they look very, very pretty, those, don't they? Nice colours, hand-dyed colours. And there's another one that I've been making with mohair here. I've just started that one off as well, and that's quite nice to do. That's a pink mohair one, and we've just got to the bit there where we've got the thumb hole at the top, and that one will be finished as well. So that's your fingerless gloves. Now if you wanted to make this into a puppet, I have done puppets, and what you will need to do then is to make a hole at each side for your thumb and your finger, and then make this into a puppet at the top. I'll show you one of those. This one. This is like a little puppet with eyes and a nose there. It's quite cute. And we've got a finger hole here and a thumb hole at the other side, so your finger and thumb can come through like that. And that's all you do with that is just carry on in a similar way, and then just finish it off at the top, draw it in and finish it off the top. I might make another video of that, but you can just make it up yourself if you like, and that's quite a nice thing to do. Instead of your fingerless glove, you can make it into a puppet. Okay, don't know whether you want me to demonstrate that one as well. Yeah, there we go. So it's got your finger and thumb, and then your hands and your little hands there, and that's a nice little puppet waving to you there, look. I'll do it with my little finger, waving to you there, look. So don't forget to subscribe, please. And look, we're clapping because you've subscribed. Hit the notification bell so you know when I've put a video on. and then we'll hopefully see you soon. Don't forget to comment. Not many people comment, but I do like to know who's watching the video, so please comment, say who you are, where you're from, and that would be fantastic. Thank you. Bye.